All eyes on Arthur. The system remains highly disorganized this evening. And if you look at this satellite, you probably think to yourself, Scott, is this the center of circulation? Look at all of the lightning blowing up over the northwest Gulf this evening. No, that is actually not the true center of this system. The National Hurricane Center actually has the center plotted over parts of southeastern Texas. This is more of what we call the mid-level center of circulation, and that is going to be heading towards Louisiana overnight. So while the center of the system moves over eastern Texas, some of the worst impacts of the storm will likely be in Louisiana and into Mississippi. So the system, though it got a named, the threat remains the rainfall for us here locally. Right now, the radar picture not showing a ton of life on the south shore, but into parts of the river parishes and now the north shore, right up and down the 55. Heavy storms and now a special weather statement along 55, including Independence, Ponchatoula, and Hammond. Winds that could gust 40 to 50 miles per hour as these storms move through. They're also dropping rainfall rates at about 2 inches per hour. This is going to be the takeaway tonight. We're going to be watching this complex of storms. Some models weaken that complex of storms as they move on shore. Other models do not. And that's kind of one of the big hiccups that we're kind of working through to see what happens. So 10 o'clock tonight. This doesn't look too bad, right, y'all? Many of us seeing just light to moderate showers on the south shore, but a band of rain begins to develop as the circulation moves inland. This model brings very heavy rain into the north shore, possibly some areas that could pick up double-digit rainfall amounts with some lingering showers into Thursday. But it really looks like the next 12 to 18 hours is kind of the big time frame to watch out for. What I'm watching, this is a separate forecast model. Wind shear is really strong over this storm. That's why we've got all of the rough weather east and kind of downwind of where the center of the storm moves in. This model brings some really heavy rain into the New Orleans metro, over parts of the river parishes and then the north shore, but it really puts the bullseye over parts of southern Mississippi. So how much rain are we going to see? That is still a really tricky question. We always like to show you what our best estimate will be. Generally on the north shore, 4 to 8 inches of rain. South shore, more manageable, 2 to 4 with localized higher amounts, and then much lower totals for coastal parishes. You look at some of our model guidance though. One model shows almost 10 inches of rain on the north shore or more. Another model shows hardly an inch of rain in those same locations. The forecast confidence remains low, but something that we're going to be watching overnight, in addition to the flood threat, Derek, is the tornado risk.
Yeah, that's right, Scott. Because we're on the right side of a tropical system, that usually means some severe weather potential. And as a matter of fact, earlier today, the Storm Prediction Center has upgraded southeast Louisiana and South Mississippi to a level 2 slight risk of seeing severe weather. That means that isolated scattered severe thunderstorms becoming a little bit more possible. So let's break down the storm impacts through tonight. Flooding, of course, is the highest impact, but tornadoes and gusty winds also a close second here. We're not expecting any hail because we're just in a tropical environment. Usually you don't see too much of that. But we'll take you into another computer forecast model. Into Futurecast we go by 10 o'clock. Showers and thunderstorms already making their way across southeast Louisiana, especially overnight. By around 1 o'clock in the morning, a lot of us looking very wet and stormy. Some of these storms turning strong to severe as we go through those late overnight hours into early Thursday morning. And you see the North Shore especially by tomorrow morning could be very, very stormy, maybe some severe weather potential with those cells. And then by noon on Thursday, we're still looking at some lingering showers and a few storms, especially for you across parts of the North Shore on that tail end of that storm system there, Scott.
Derek, the good news about this system is that thankfully after tomorrow afternoon, rain chances start to dwindle and it's going to be all about the heat. Tomorrow we have that WDSU first warning weather alert day, especially in the morning hours. Then as we go into Friday, decreasing rain chances and the heat will be on back in the low to possibly mid 90s by early next week.
All right, Scott, down to Bayou.